Courtney DuPont in Hillside, where the Comets ended their regular season 8-0 with a win over the Cranford Cougars. I have some amazing highlights for you in this game, including another top play from the Shadon Willis. So let's get right into it. Halfway through the first quarter, Hillside gets their offense going with a Shadon Willis catch. He catches the ball but loses his shoe, heads on over to the sideline. Next play, it's going to be a pitch to Brian Ugwu that would result in a 50-yard touchdown run for the first score of the day. And guess what else? That was the first touchdown scored on Hillside's new field. Don't think there's anyone more fitting for that than Brian Ugwu. Scores 7-0 Comets at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, 6 minutes to go before halftime. Gavin Melendez connects with nicolas-paul. Kid's got speed. He dives into the end zone. Hillside would lead 13-0 after a failed extra point. Cranford's offense would struggle again. They punt away and land the Comets near the 50. Hillside then hands the ball off to James Lewis for a 20-yard gain. 3 snaps later, Melendez finds nicolas-paul outside. He avoids the tackle and heads for the end zone, but the ball is stripped. Teammate Nyree Biggins is on it, though. He recovers the fumble in the end zone, and that would make the score 19-0 at halftime. And during halftime, the Comets would welcome a special guest. Head coach of Rutgers football, Chris Ash, pays a visit, and on a side note, he was pretty excited to see what these talented Hillside receivers had in store for us during the second half. And right away, Shadon Willis would come out and put on a show. Shadon Willis doing Shadon Willis things. He will not be brought down. The short shuffle pass turns into a 35-yard touchdown to make the score 25-0 Hillside. Cranford would soon after get on the board for the first time with a 20-yard field goal from John McAlevey to make the score 25-3 with 7 minutes to play in the third quarter, but Hillside would go on to win this game 39-10. Gavin Melendez throws for 252 yards and 3 touchdowns, while both James Lewis and Brian Ugwu rushed for 150 yards. After the game, I caught up with some of the Comets and Coach Grant.
This game here was a little bit different because we are Group 2 and Cranford is Group 4. So last week, in our win over North Plainfield, we was able to beat our first Group 3 in 16 years. Hillside High School has never beaten a Group 4. So that was a challenge in the onset. But when I took this job 3 years ago, we got beat by these guys. It might have been 50-7. And we stood right there on the what used to be the old goal line here at the field. And I told my sophomores and I told my juniors that it'd never be like this again. And 3 years later, they put a great game together. They came ahead, executed, played with great energy, played with great effort, and then we came out victorious. Hopefully, we're not sure how these new PowerPoints work, but hopefully with this win right here, we lock down home field advantage for the first 3 games. So it'd be great to play for a championship here, which has never been done. And then, the next Super Bowl is at MetLife. So we're going to go one game at a time. Tonight we should find out our opponent. Then we're going to try to build on the success we had all year.
It's going too fast. I'm a senior, man. It sucks. But it's a great feeling, the fact that it's going so fast. But it's all good. I mean, you just make every day count. We knew they was going to be tough, but we know we're the better team. But this was probably the hardest week of practice. We went extra hard. We knew they played cover 0, which is straight man defense. And they can't run with us, so I just broke across the field on the slant. I caught it, and the rest was history. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep getting better. 140 way.
When I scored, I didn't really, realize or remember that it was the first touchdown. But after when, the announcer said it was the first touchdown scored on this field, it felt great. It was my last year playing it, so people can say that, I helped get this field because, we've been playing on dirty grass. So, yeah, it felt good scoring that touchdown. It was a good touchdown, too. So it's a blessing, because, a lot of people didn't think I would be in this position where I have right now. I'm ranked in the state, everyone knows my name. Every time I play, teams are game planning against me, so it feels great. I know I was going to be in this position. I'm happy to be in this position, and, seeing head coaches coming here just to see me play is great. So after this season, I won't be thinking about the football stuff like that, so I'll be able to, make the pick and see where I can go. I love my brothers. We worked hard in practice every day, so go Comets 140 way. Let's go.
Next stop for the Hillside Comets is the playoffs. From Hillside High School, I'm Courtney DuPont. You're watching Jersey Sports Zone.
Want to see highlights and features from your favorite school? Jersey Sports Zone is entirely supported by our great sponsors. Email marketing@jerseysportszone.com to get your business in front of our loyal audience and highlights from your hometown.